Hey, what's going on everybody? And welcome to Magic Game World. Alright, seriously, what is in the water right now? It feels like the Roman Empire is having a major moment in gaming, and I am so here for it. But the best part is, it's not just one type of game. We're getting a whole lineup, each one giving us a totally different way to live out our toga-wearing fantasies. So today, we're going to dive into 4 of the biggest Roman games coming our way. First up, we've got the one for the big brain planners, the super detailed architects out there. Anno 117, Pax Romana. Look, if you've ever touched an Anno game, you know the deal. It is the king of deep, complex city builders. But taking that formula and dropping it right into the peak of the Roman Empire, that's just a perfect fit. This isn't just plopping down a couple of houses. You're a governor. You're wrestling with insane trade routes, trying to keep your people happy while the emperor himself is breathing down your neck. One minute, you're building a gorgeous city in sunny Italy. The next, you're trying to tame the cold, miserable forests of Albion. It's all about those tough calls, you know? Do you respect the local culture, or just steamrolling with Roman ways? If you love seeing a massive, living, breathing empire come to life from scratch, this is going to be your obsession. But, okay, maybe all that city planning, all that micromanagement, maybe it's a little too slow for you. Maybe you just want to fight. Well, that's where Roman Empire Wars comes stomping in. This game just kicks the door down. Forget diplomacy, forget trade. This is pure old-school, real-time tactical combat. You're the emperor, your legions are ready, and your job is just to smash everybody who isn't Roman. It has that classic RTS vibe, you know? It's all about flanking, making those split-second calls on the battlefield, and just marching your armies across the map. The Gauls, the Greeks, doesn't matter. They're all about to have a very bad day. If you just want that adrenaline rush of being a battlefield general and leading the greatest army in history, this one is your jam. So, we got glory from the throne, glory on the battlefield, but what about the flip side? What happens when Rome loses? And that brings us to Lost Legions, which has, honestly, one of the coolest setups I've seen in a while. This game picks up after one of Rome's most embarrassing defeats ever. You're not the conquering hero. You're the guy who got left behind, stuck in the creepy German forests, hunted and alone. It's a co-op survival game where you're just trying to make it. You're crafting gear from broken stuff, finding other lost soldiers, and trying to build a hidden camp to survive. The whole point is to find the 3 lost golden eagles, the sacred standards of the legions. This isn't a power fantasy, man. This is a gritty, desperate struggle for survival. Alright, so we've gone from the huge scale of an empire to the battlefield, down to one poor guy stuck in the mud. But we can zoom in even further. We can get way more personal. And that's where we hit the blood and sand of Gladiators of Citadelum. This is so cool. You're not the emperor, you're not a general. You're basically a fight promoter, a manager. You run your own gladiator school. You're scouting dudes in the market, setting their training schedule, managing their diet, buying them better swords and armor. Every fighter is a project. You might find some big bruiser and turn him into a tank, or a quick flashy guy who will be a crowd favorite. Then you send them into the arena to fight for cash, for glory, or to die trying. It's basically Football Manager, but with way more stabbing. It's a high-stakes business sim set in the most brutal sport ever. So there you have it, 4 awesome but totally different takes on Rome. The architect with Anno, the general with Roman Empire Wars, the survivor with Lost Legions, and the manager with Gladiators of Citadelum. Which one are you guys most hyped for? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to Magic Game World. Catch you in the next one.